So let's improve color picking a little bit. So instead of sending to the fragment shader these float values, between 0 and 1, I'm going to send these integer values, so between 0 and 255. So pick colors. The first is 255 red, then 255 green, and 255 blue. The next step is change these uniform free FV into uniform free IV, so integer vectors, here in the custom frame buffer when we send the colors. So let's change the fragment shader. So now it will accept uniform I vector free I color. Okay, I color, and I'm going to make another uniform. It will be just an int, uniform int, and call it switcher. And here in the main, I'm going to create an if statement. So if switcher equals 0, then output these colors. Okay, curly bracket, then output this color, which comes from here, and else else the out color will be the vector 4 of I color, then let me type it is out. So I color and I color, and in this out color accepts values between 0 and 1, so we need to map those values between 0 and 255 into between 0 and 1. So it is easy. So I color that R, the red value, divided by 255, and it is an integer division, so make sure to have 255.0. So I color dot green divided by 255.0, and I color dot blue divided by 255.0. So let me double check. I color that R, I color that G green, and I color that B blue. Okay, so now this switcher, first of all, we are going to get these locations, these uniform locations. So here I'm going to copy this line. Okay, this will be the eye color location, and its name is eye color, and this will be the switcher location and switcher. Okay, so the next step is, when I draw to the default frame buffer, I'm going to send to the switcher. So GL uniform, it's called, I think, 1i, yes, 1i. So GL uniform 1i and switch location, switcher location, the value 0, yeah. Copy this, and when we are going to draw to the custom frame buffer, I'm going to send to switcher location value 1. Okay, so let me double check. So when switcher is 0, it will output this, and this outputs to the default frame buffer. And when switcher is not 0, so it's 1, it will output these values into that custom frame buffer. So let me try this out. Uniform free IV. Okay, I just forgot to change this color location into eye color location, so now it's working. As before, it's working, but now it's much more easier to define these values, so you don't have to use, I don't know, 0.5, 6, or you are able to give these full values, integer values, instead of float values. And off screen I'm going to quickly texture these cubes and show you that it works with textured models too. So I'll be back. So I'm changed the vertex shader to include texture coordinates, and in the fragment shader, this uniform vector color, it can be deleted. We are no more using it. So in that fragment shader, if switcher is 0, then output color will be the texture function of text sampler and textures. And here I'm loading the crate, the metal and the brick textures. Of course, I created the vertex attribute pointers, and everything else we don't need this anymore, the color location. So I'm going to delete these cube colors we don't need anymore. So we have just the cube positions and the peak colors, and in the loop I'm binding the textures. So if I is 0, bind the crate texture. If I is 1, bind the metal texture. And if else, bind the brick texture. So everything else the same. But now we have textured cubes. And here in the console, if I click, it still reads from the custom frame buffer, so where this cube has red color and this cube has green color in the custom frame buffer, and the third cube has blue color in the FBO. So I think that's all what I wanted to show you. So thanks for watching.